Gaz, you've spoken to the boys this morning and made a big announcement to them. Can you share that with us?
Yeah, I just addressed the group this morning just to let them know that that I was stepping down as captain. It would have been something that I would have liked to have let them know early next year. That was the plan when I sat down with Rocket, at the end of the footy season, and we spoke about the captaincy and what my thoughts were, and he shared his thoughts with me as well, and we decided that it was probably the right time to hand it over. Unfortunately, with everything getting talked about at the moment, the club and I decided that now's probably the right time. So, so addressed the group this morning, addressed the media, the Savo, and hopefully, there's no distractions moving forward, for the boys, so we can all focus on pre-season.
Why is it the right time for you now, after 6 years in the job, to step aside?
Yeah, I think there's a few reasons. I think personally, just with how much I've been on the field, over the last couple of years, obviously with the shoulder injuries, I've only played 20 games or so, and I think as a captain of a football club, you want to be out there on the field, and it'll give me a bit more time to focus on getting my body right and without those extra responsibilities that come along with being captain. And the other side to it as well is, I think when we had some of our more senior guys down, injured last year, we had guys like Stephen May, Tommy Lynch, that really stood up and led the club. And I think the biggest challenge for a young man, when he's given that responsibility as a footballer, of maybe a leadership position or captain in the football club, is being able to deal with those extra pressures and extra responsibilities that come with that, but also performing on the footy field at the same time, and those two were able to do that. So that said to me that the club's in good hands and we're heading in the right direction.
So while you're on your break, it came out that you asked for a trade or requested a trade back to Geelong. Can you elaborate on just why? Why you asked for that?
Yeah, and that's true, and I've been open about that from the start. It was for personal reasons. I needed to explore all options. I love this football club and I've loved my time here over the last 5 or 6 years, but it was a question that I needed to put out there. As the clubs mentioned, they knocked it on the head pretty quickly, and there was no more to it. When I asked the question, I was pretty confident what answer I was going to get, and it was the one that I got. And as I said, that was it. But it's been made into a bigger thing than what I felt it needed to be. I guess for all the Gold Coast fans out there, just knowing that I'm 100% committed this year. I'm really looking forward to jumping in and having a really big pre-season, and we need to give something back. The supporters, the way they've stuck by us over the last 5 or 6 years and the support they've shown, we need to reward that with hopefully some finals footy this year.
You're saying you're committed, and there's no reason to doubt that, but can you understand why people might question that when you've just asked recently for a trade?
Sure. I understand, if people don't have the facts and know the full story. At the end of the day, I understand that I'm in an industry where, people like to have their opinion on things, and I've never really let that affect me too much. That's so totally fine. But that's part of the reason why I'm doing the interview today, so people know the truth. And that is the truth. I've been open and honest from the start, and we're all in a great spot. We've started pre-season, boys are training well. It's great to have the new kids at the club. The new guys that we've recruited over the off season, and just super excited about jumping into a big year.
What's been the response from your teammates? There's been a bit of speculation over that the past couple of days, the past week or so. How have they responded to, I guess, initially your request for a trade and then the captaincy announcement as well? Yeah,
they've been fine. I sent them all a text message, after it broke in the media, and just to let them know the reasons behind, why I requested a trade. I feel I've elaborated on that. Everyone knows those reasons. But I received a lot of encouraging messages from the boys. They were super supportive, and there's been no issues at all. And I didn't expect there to be. There's not as much to the story as what people have made out.
And finally, I guess if you've got a message to SUNS fans watching out there ahead of 2017, what would you tell them?
Yeah, I think just what I mentioned before, that I'm 100% committed. Love the football club. I've loved the last 5 or 6 years with this group of guys. There's been a lot of hard work going over that time. And as I said from the start, I'm here to play finals football and win a premiership. And I truly believe that we've got the list and we're heading in the right direction, and then we're not too far away from that.